In the social media world we live in, it's no wonder the norm has become the more likes you get, the more popular / valuable you are. Now, although this can be the case in some instances, for the most part, it really doesn't tell the full picture. We need to work out a way of moving past that mindset, and instead of focusing solely on the likes we get for the content we produce the content that makes us happy and pushes us to be better. I'm going to make sure the mic is not in the picture this time. Whenever I talk about social media success, most of you will think of someone with a massive follower count and someone who gets obscene amount of likes in every single post. However, things like that don't actually need to define your success when it comes to social media. Remember, social media is actually just a glimpse of what reality actually is. And for the most part, many people can't seem to wrap their head around that. We do this because we see so many perfect pictures and perfect lifestyles on social media all the time. And when these people get a ton of followers and likes and interactions with their stuff, it makes you want it more and try to live that perfect life. Tell me if you've had this form of situation before. You want to post a clip, a photo, a tweet about your opinion, and you stop yourself because you think, this isn't really going to do that well on social media. I'm just not going to post it. I'll think of something better in the future and I'll post that. I'll leave that there. I know for some of you, that won't be the case. And to you, I respect that heavily. However, I do believe in every single person's social media journey that this has happened at one point or another, when we can't seem to open our mind to realize this isn't actually reality. This is why the celebrity social media sort of feed is really not all that it lives up to be. Yes, I get it, they get a lot of impressions and a lot of followers and a lot of likes in all of their tweets, but you don't know what's going on in the background, and you don't know the work that they're putting in to do so. This is why when I see celebrities showing off their true colours and who they actually are, it's always nice to see a refreshing face, rather than a facade that's put on to make their followers love them. Recently, I've been really working hard to keep an open mind with what I'm doing, and finding new ways to accept me for who I am, and not be afraid to post anything. I realised I was so close-minded, in the terms of it was about the likes rather than the content you produce. See, I set my standards really high, probably like a lot of you too, when in reality the people who follow you don't actually set the standards at the same level that you do. Another aspect that many people tend to forget is that we are all human. Everyone you respond to and see are all humans. When you repost the same thing over and over and over again, you're the closest thing to a bot that it could be. Treat social media as you would your own personal one, if you've got your own personal one on the other side. Get to know people, surround yourself with those you enjoy, and always push yourself to be motivated each and every single day to be better. Why do we allow likes and follower counts to define our success? Simple. Our world is built on numbers, and the normal understanding of it is the higher you go, the more successful you are. I've watched communities flourish with a sliver of the following count some top creators have, through their honesty, personality, and drive to show off who they truly are. This is where creating content for you comes into play. Due to the world that we live in, surpassing that barrier is actually extremely difficult to do, and opening your mind to new things and trying different content is terrifying. We must accept that we can create more content when the quality lowers slightly, or not be afraid to post more content if it's not up to the standards that we set ourselves usually. Do you know why this is the case? Because over time, you're going to get faster with what you want to do. Whatever you do, whatever you try, every single time you repeat that, you get a little bit better than you were before. When I used to create videos, it took me around 2 hours to create one that came out terrible. Crap audio, no color grading, hardly any transitions that actually worked with the video, the music wasn't good, and basically the whole video was a pile of shit. What I'm trying to say is that when you do these videos again in 6 months time, you could do them in around 30 minutes because you have learned to increase your quality and your quantity whilst becoming better as a creator and producing more in a shorter period of time. Gary Vee said it best himself. He created 64 pieces of content all in the one day, and I believe it took him less than an hour to do. It was all about using time to your advantage, and because he's done it for so many years, he has now made that time very, very short for creating incredible pieces of content that people love. And this is what you have to do as well. Yes, your quality might dip slightly when you want to produce more on social media and on different places like that. However, as you become better and as you become more aware of your content and your niche and what you actually want to do, you're going to be able to create more quantity with the same quality you had before. We talked about prior. People who view your content don't see the standard that you actually set yourself. So whatever you produce, they will still like, and as you produce more, they'll continue to like your content, and you will be able to see different areas where you can become more efficient with what you want to do and what you're creating. We focus so much nowadays on quality and are told to do that quantity kind of gets chucked out the window. Now, am I saying quality isn't important? Of course not. But what I am saying is that so many people, including myself, have focused so heavily on quality that the quantity really does diminish. In this crazy social media world, the way to stand out is to produce more content, because more will see you and get an open eye into what your life consists of. And it allows them to want to support you more because they know you more. If you're showing off your struggles, your successes, your failures, the lessons that you've learned, you're showing that you're human, what everyone should be doing. Because that's what social media is at the end of the day. Content can literally be created from everything. Trust me, it can. And for a long time, I overthought it far too much. You have to realize that all the macro content you do, YouTube, podcasts, blogs, newsletters, anything that takes a little bit longer for you to do and is more the basis of all your valuable content, can be turned into micro content if you are willing to spend the time to do so. Most aren't. What I want you to do now is to start posting whenever you can, whenever you want. Start posting more about your day-to-day life, what happens, take pictures, take videos, anything, and post it to social media. Will it get as many impressions or likes? Maybe not. It might even do better. Who knows? But as we produce more, we're going to get faster, and our quality and quantity are both going to rise, and we will become someone known within this social media world. I've actually got a video coming soon related to Gary Vee's content strategy that I have been pursuing over the last couple of weeks. So if that's a video you want to see, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I would love for you to be a part of this family. Now right there I talked about macro and micro content. If you don't know what that is, macro content is the sort of bulk of your content. Maybe like your YouTube, your podcast, and what we talked about. Micro content is what I would class as smaller but efficient pieces of content that you can use either using your macro content or producing new micro content that doesn't take long periods of time to publish. This could be for 30-second clips from your podcast. It could be a snippet from your YouTube video. It could literally be as simple as you talking to the camera. Micro content that can produce more on your platforms. Let me give you an example. If I were to produce a YouTube video, like I'm doing right now, I'm going to be posting a 30-second snippet to Twitter on the first day that it's released. That is micro content, using my macro content. That takes me a minute to get all sorted, write a little caption for it and post it, and that's allowing me to show off my content more to different social medias, using the one piece of content. This can then be escalated to Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, more, anything you actually want to do, all using one piece of macro content. If you actually want to read Gary Vee's content strategy, I'll leave a link down in the description. There's a lot of good insights there, and it's helped me open my mind a little bit more to what I'm wanting to do. One of the days on stream, we talked about having a team behind our back and how people who are famous will have that team to produce that content. I was quickly shot down in Gary's content strategy because, yeah, you can. It's just excuses at the end of the day. I've recently installed a Chrome extension that hides all my likes. So you can choose what platforms you want your likes to be hid on and what you want to keep them on. This has allowed me to focus solely on the content that I'm producing and not on the likes I'm getting for that content. Hence the increase in quantity and therefore quality, as I'm no longer focused on how many likes I'm going to get for this post, but rather I would like to share this. Here is some valuable content for you. Over time, I'm going to become fast at doing that, meaning the time that it takes me to create one Twitter video used to be 15 minutes, could take 5 minutes. And I'll continue to shorten that down until it's 1 minute. And that allows me to consistently create more content as long as my work ethic keeps up. and that is all due to me and my mindset of doing so. If you do happen to read the 64 pieces of content strategy, you'll quickly realize time is of the essence. Every single minute counts, and every minute you sit there scrolling through your phone looking at absolutely nothing and not being productive is 1 minute you could have used to create a piece of content. You can literally create a piece of content in 60 seconds, but are you willing to do that? A lot of us aren't. Do not let likes or follower counts define your level of success or how valuable you believe you are. Build your family from the ground up so that when you actually reach the same stages that you looked up to those people, you will have an empire of people who truly want to make a difference in not only yours, but their lives too. Give value where people won't, and trust yourself along this process. It's going to be long and it's going to be difficult at some points. I know you got this. Have a fantastic day.